We're going to run it, but I just want to do the start with all the harmonies bits once or twice, so everyone's got a bit of confidence for tonight. Right, here we go. So we've got...
It's the chance of a lifetime, an opportunity. The country stands tall to fight them all.
No Strings Attached grant scheme is a pilot grant scheme for young people from across the South East region to make their first piece of theatre. It's available to anyone aged between 18 and 25, and they can get a grant of between £500 and £1,000 to either research a new idea in theatre or to produce their first piece of work.
Producing the show and getting a company of actors together and the people to do different jobs, it's so difficult, and especially for the first time to do it and to get everyone to do the things they say they're going to do, and to get such for us a big show at this stage on is just a challenge.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
We've had a huge range of applications. We've had 26 applications that we've actually got to the presentation stage. Of those, we've funded 13 so far.
Well, Farnham Moulton's been just amazing for us.
A really valuable resource, yeah.
We didn't know a single thing about funding or applying for funding.
Like most people, we fell out of university with no knowledge of sort of applying for funding and the practical things that you actually need to know.
One of the ambitions of the scheme was to make the fund as accessible as possible, and so applicants initially registered their interest by a telephone conversation, and then if they meet the criteria of the scheme, they're invited to present their ideas to a panel of arts professionals and young people in one of the 4 regional centres.
It was a bit more casual than we expected, I think. So we went in and did our pitch, and they were lovely and had a chat about it, and they called us up a few days later and let us know we were going to receive the grant.
The whole process was really fast, and that was perfect, wasn't it, for us?
It was quite easy. A lot of grants, a lot of paperwork or a lot of quite complicated, but this grant that we got was, come, tell us what you're doing, and then, okay, we like it, here's your money. And the grant I received was for costumes, which, as the stage is, it's quite a bare stage, and I think the costumes make the piece.
It is a risk fund. We are giving money out to young people to make their theatre, and that is a risk. It's based on a certain amount of gut feeling, but that is, when you have a panel of 5 people making that decision, you sort of limit that risk.
The money we got from Farnham Moulton's actually enabled us to create our show, sort of physically, all the puppets, all the set, the instruments and everything. So we were able to sort of get the ball rolling.
If the applicants are successful in getting a grant, they're also then teamed up with a mentor who's a professional in their particular field of their project. And they meet with their mentor who gives them advice about developing the project, about their ambitions for the future. And in some cases, a sort of ongoing relationship has been set up between the mentor and the applicants, and they've helped them a great deal with their projects.
Everyone who got a grant was given a mentor, and Ron is my mentor, so I invited him down this evening to watch the opening night. And so see how that goes. Hopefully impressed. Being our first show has been very hard to pull everyone together, to get on top of all the different jobs. Budgeting, you just don't realise what comes into it. Publicity, you can call someone up and tell them to do something, and then a week can easily pass whilst you're sorting out other jobs. It's just getting on top of it. Time management in the producing side is what I think I've learned.
In a week's time we'll be doing our scratch performance, which is a work in progress showing of the play. It's quite informal. We'll have a post-show discussion with the audience and the cast and see what worked and what didn't work, and then go into development with the show based on that feedback.
I mean, the idea was that we wanted to sort of capture the enthusiasm of the young people that had project ideas, because often grant schemes have a sort of 3-month delay on finding out whether or not you've got the money, and by which time young people have sort of moved on or lost the enthusiasm for their projects. So the idea was to make it very immediate. They can get on straight away with their project, they get help from a mentor, and the whole process is sped up.
And Farnham Maltings really helped us. We learned how to write a proposal, how to write a budget, how to write the application form itself, how to deal with the money and what to pay actors, and all these technical things.
And the way in which to write it as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important
The
thing.
sort of language to use.
Yeah.
Just one moment.
We do hope that the project will continue and possibly be rolled out across another region next year, because we've had a lot of applications from outside the region as well, from all over the north and London and all sorts of places, which at the moment we can't deal with, but we hope to be able to in the future.
When will we ever get to do this again? And you've heard what they said. We'll be home by Christmas and we'll be treated like heroes. I just don't feel right, so come on, James, let's do this. Name, Tom. And what a fine name that is, age. And what a fine age that is, height. What a fine height that is. Wait over there.
Onwards and upwards, hopefully. Daniel has got into
The American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York.
So
So I'm
Daniel,
off to there for 2 years. to do
Daniel
a
will be
degree.
in New York next year, and I've got into East 15 acting school, so I'll be in East 15 next year.
Since I was a boy, I have longed for this day. Banners and crowds shouting hip hip hooray.
I think the thing about this grant scheme is there isn't another equivalent opportunity for young people to actually come up with an idea themselves, take charge and responsibility for that idea, and then deliver the project themselves. And it's really putting the money in the hands of young people to do the things that they really want to do.